Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. We have surpassed 500 subscribers, so thank you for that. We need to double that to be able to give to charity, so please help with that. Click subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with friends, families, loved ones, and all that good stuff. And in any event, if you're new here, we discuss psychological, emotional, and coaching related topics in an easily discernible way in terms of in an audio format. If you're looking for life, relationship, creativity, entertainment, or business coaching, please reach out. There's two ways to do that: at PO Perception on Twitter, and or you can get in touch through the About Me section of this here YouTube page. That's another way to do that. In any event, we're going to talk today about kind of when you realize that you are kind of losing interest in a crush. So there's about half a dozen or so things that are there. And, crushes are wonderful because they open us up emotionally, and it's nice to live for a little while in a fantasy world where, hey, everything is wonderful in a box of fluffy ducks, and we kind of get connected with the idea of someone, and it kind of rejuvenates our ability to be emotionally connected, and that can be great. However, if you hang on too long, that's not so great. So the first thing to know when you're kind of letting go of someone is you start to notice their flaws, right? The idealistic nature of kind of a crush is that they're the perfect person, and they fart rainbows, and they're wonderful, and, well, they're just great. And even in a relationship, the early stages of a traditional relationship, you may feel that way. Um, and so, but when you begin to draw away from someone and see them more balanced, and you begin to see, well, I don't really like this about them, and they don't always, they're not as courteous as I would like, and you know what? They've got a little fat around the middle that I don't find as attractive as I used to. When you begin to see them in a more balanced way, and the veil is off the crush part, that's where the flaws begin to come in. The next is you lose your nervousness around them. So the nervousness is the idea that you have to be nearly perfect to get their attention. And when you've lost a crush, sorry, hit my microphone there. When you've lost a crush, um, there's a sign that maybe you begin to be less nervous because you're like, you know what? If they accept me, great. If they don't, oh well, I'm good to go either way. And that is another sign that maybe you're getting beyond the crush in that way. And the next is you're not as excited to know what's going on with them, or to talk to them, or to interact with them, right? When a crush first begins, you're like, yay, they looked in my direction while tying their shoelace. Near the end of a relationship, though, as far as a crush is concerned, you're like, yeah, they looked at me, but nothing really happened, so I deserve better than this, and I'm going to move forward. There's a disconnect from the level of excitement and things that used to excite you about that person because, well, hey, they aren't giving me the validation that I would prefer or deserve or would like or whatever. And so that's kind of there. The next thing is you draw back from their social media. Now, look, the majority of people have used social media to creep on someone they like. We also creep on celebrities, and some people creep on exes, and it happens. Social media, for all its benefits, can be used as a creeper tool. And if you've had a crush, chances are you've creeped to see what they're doing on Twitter, or their latest emoji left on Facebook, or their mood, or whatever. When you've lost interest in a person, or you're beginning to lose interest, your willingness to do that's kind of like, yeah, I don't really care that they had steak with the strawberry milk last night. I don't really care that they're driving in their 78 Camaro. It doesn't matter to me as much anymore because I don't need to. Um, I don't need to be as connected with what they're doing. And so The next thing is your jealousy level goes down. Man, the idea that they would even smile at someone else when you first get a crush is mind numbing and devastating. But now they're flirting and they might even touch someone's arm or, heaven forbid, their shoulder, and you're like, meh, maybe they found someone they actually like. Good for them. They found what they need, and I'm gonna go find what I need. And so the next is, um, you're not begging to talk to them anymore. When we first have a crush, we'll wait in the exact right spot where they're going to walk by and they might give us a 30-second hello. And at the end of a crush, it's like, well, if I happen to see you, great. If I don't, oh well. And I'm not going to wait by the phone for you to call because that hasn't worked out for me well in the past. And even when I do, you don't give me the depth of conversation I want. And the next thing is you're not reminded of them, or you don't remind other people of them. Remember when you had had your best friend charting how they reacted in class or at the bar to certain social issues? Remember when you tried to make a flow chart out of what they might like for dinner? Yeah, you're not reminded of them as much anymore. And so um, that's kind of a sign that you've kind of let go. The next thing and the last thing is you're not willing to sacrifice. You're not willing to change your behavior, go out of your way, alter what you would do with your time just to get their attention. And that's a sign that you have, in fact, let go. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.